It actually woke us up at 5 a.m. or so.
And we were like, please.
They like interracial sex, so...
If you have this special agreement with them, then I'm happy.
And I don't feel so cold anymore, I'm actually sweating.
Yeah, me too.
Hi guys! No, this is not a flashback, but it's so cold again, we have to wear layers.
Yeah, it's terrible. Sometimes it gets warmer, but always just for a few days, and then cold again and again.
Yeah, and rain, as you can see.
Yeah, so bad.
But the grass doesn't mind, in fact, it likes it probably, and it's growing really quickly now.
Yeah, so the main activity in this season for us is to fight against it.
Yeah, we have to keep mowing and mulching to keep it at bay.
Yeah.
But the good thing about this cold is that we have to stay productive to keep warm.
Yeah, exactly.
So we should go do something probably.
Come on.
We brought some plants with us from the city. Some leftover tomatoes and zucchini and pumpkins that I was planting in the city, inside, indoors. And I think it's time to put them outside. Some of them are already not happy with the lack of space, it seems, so we'll see which ones survive and which ones don't. But if they don't survive, I can still plant them from seed, which I did last year anyway, and it was a huge success.
Okay.
We made two big piles of mowed grass on our field, and that's where we want to plant the zucchini and pumpkins. So there's one here and one over there. So I will try to split it somehow and we'll see if it works out. It's disgusting inside. It's already starting to decompose. Look. So green and wet. But that's what the plants want, so I'm happy for them.
So we are waiting for another huge success.
Yeah, of course. What else would you expect from us? Peter's mom planted some pumpkins or zucchini or something on hay last year.
Yeah, well, she said they were zucchinis, but in fact they were spaghetti squash.
You never know with these plants. They like interracial sex, so you never know what will be born out of them. It's warm inside.
Oh, so they should like it.
Uh-huh.
Ideal conditions.
Yeah, because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to plant.
Yeah.
You don't have to dig or anything.
Uh-huh.
Just open some space and put it there.
Good thing we have water nearby in this barrel. Look how full it is.
Uh-huh.
Very full. So let me water the zucchini. But I thought you would plant something in the middle as well.
Why? They need a lot of space. So I needed to put them as far apart as possible.
Oh, okay. But how do you know they will not grow into the grass?
I'll tell them where to grow.
Okay. If you have this special agreement with them, then I'm happy.
These look nicer. They are bigger leaves. These are Hokkaido pumpkins, our favorite.
Yeah.
So hopefully they survive.
Yes. I want a lot of these.
And this pile is much bigger, as you can see, compared to the previous one.
So more nutrients?
We'll see. I just hope the slugs will not find them anytime soon.
Yeah. Slugs would be a disaster.
We have 4 of these as well, so I will again try to put them in different corners of the pile, so they have enough space.
Okay.
Grow in all the directions. We still have 2 more spaghetti squash plants here, but we decided to wait until we mow the grass again and create 1 more pile where we could plant them, because we don't have any more space at the moment. We learned our lesson last year when some of our pumpkins didn't survive slug invasion. So we have some goodies for them so they wouldn't eat the leaves of our pumpkins and zucchini.
Yeah, this is more delicious for them.
Yeah. We haven't seen any, at least not here, but just to be sure, we didn't want to leave it to a chance.
Yeah.
So if they come, they will find something better, more irresistible.
Candy. Slug candy.
Yeah. But we'll have to buy another package, honey, because we used most of it last year.
Oh, okay. So it's really delicious.
Yes. It was a big success.
And here as well, so they don't feel left out.
Bon appetit.
Our apple tree is really beautiful right now. In full bloom.
Yeah, this one is spectacular.
And look here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the English term, maybe oleander. And it's beautiful. I hate that it's so cold again. If it were for 3 days or something, but I don't know, it should be cold for 2 weeks maybe. That's really unusual.
Maybe next month.
Yeah, maybe next month some warm days will come. But the worst is the wind. It's so cold and so annoying. Right, honey?
Yeah, even if it's warm, wind can make it unbearable.
Yeah, and if it's cold, wind can make it like totally...
I don't want to be here.
yeah, totally terrible.
I finished planting tomatoes. I planted 12 plants here. We still have some leftovers, and some of the ones I planted look a little bit shocked. So in case they don't survive, I can still replace them by other plants. And if they survive, we can still find space for them as well. We have a big property.
Yeah. Guys, I have this in my hand, and that means only one thing. It's time for a funeral. Look at this birdie dead in our yard.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. So let me take him. And he's going to our vineyard. Oh no.
We shouldn't laugh probably, but
It's not as easy as I thought it would be. Okay, so I think here it's ideal for a grave. I'm going to dig a hole here. And this is the second one already, because yesterday we found one dead in our barrel with water. You know, there is a cover, but probably wind blew it over and that one drowned there, which is sad.
I know.
And yeah, now this one.
We put a brick on the wake so it wouldn't happen again.
Okay, I think that's deep enough. So let me take the bird and yeah. Okay, so rest in peace, birdie.
But we also saved one bird today. It actually woke us up at 5 a.m. or so. There was a strange sound, and when we went out, we found a bird stuck in this bucket. It was inside, and it couldn't fly away. So I slowly turned it this way and put it out, and it just flew away.
Yeah, but it looked tired, right?
So I think it was the dead one.
Hopefully not, but it didn't want to fly away.
It wasn't as scared as I thought it would be. Like it didn't really rush to fly away, but it did at the end. It didn't look damaged or broken or anything.
Yeah, so hopefully this one was a different one.
Yeah,
But we don't know.
it looked the same.
Yeah. At least it's a nice spot to die, right? In the middle of our yard. Not in the bucket, but here.
Yeah, that's
Flowers everywhere and...
This is where I want to die.
Honey, just shut up about these things. We've been collecting cardboard boxes over the time, and we are going to use them like mulch. Not like mulch, but you know, we are going to cover areas we don't want the grass to grow.
Like an extra layer under the mulch, right?
Yes, but I have to remove all the tape because that's plastic, and the cardboard is going to be decomposed, but the plastic would stay there, so we don't want that. It looks like it's an easy task. Well, it isn't.
It looks like a really boring task, to be honest.
Yeah. It's quite time consuming. And look, I have almost a full bucket of the tape.
And that's from these?
This is done. Yeah, and this is what's remaining. But that's not all. We have more boxes in our barn.
It looks like we buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Every time we receive something, we keep the package.
Nothing goes to waste.
Yes, because this is great use of everything.
Yeah. And we tried it last year, right? With a few boxes.
Yeah, and it worked. So it's a great method.
It's proven.
Yes. So we have to do it.
So the tomatoes which we planted yesterday are not doing that well. About half of them are dead already, or dying, in the process of dying. I guess I should have trained them for sunlight more. But it wasn't that sunny. I thought it was great weather for planting tomatoes.
Yeah.
Like it was sunny for like an hour or two, and they're dead. Like you can see the leaves are burned. There's yellow on them instead of green. But we received new tomato plants from our neighbor, and they look so much better and stronger. And she planted them much later than me, like a few weeks ago only, and they look amazing. So it looks like we're gonna replace our poor dying tomatoes with these healthy ones.
Yeah.
Which one looks better, this one or this one? Let us know in the comments below.
Sad.
It was suffering. Now it's at peace.
Okay. Looking for positives. There are aphids here on the leaves of our new trees. It's actually interesting. The ants are carrying the aphids here, and then they suck the juice out of the trees.
Sap.
And the ants suck the juice out of the aphids.
I don't know, they milk them. It's like they're cows.
Yeah, somehow. But we don't want that, of course. So we are going to do something about it.
Yeah, it's our sap.
Look how beautifully our tree is blossoming. These are the first flowers on our new trees. Okay, honey, so what are we doing?
So I'm trying to use it for the first time ever.
But explain what are you using? Because I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say anything about this?
Mm-mm.
So Peter went to a nearby village to buy this thing against aphids.
It's some kind of duct tape, but specially designed for trees.
Yeah, you're supposed to put it around the tree and it will prevent the ants to climb up. So I guess I'll go.
Okay, go.
Should I put it here?
Looks good to me.
And how do I remove the paper? It doesn't really feel like 2 layers. There's just one. So I don't
Is
know what
it
I'm supposed
sticky from both
No,
sides?
just from one. Peter had to help me.
5 hours later. Oh my god, the neighbors are making noise again.
Done, right?
Yeah, looks like it's done.
The ants above it are stuck. They're trying to get down and they don't know how to cross it. So we should help them, right?
This is great, honey.
Such a relaxing task in the silence.
So,
Noise coming from all the directions.
yeah, guys. Mowing next to us, building a barn on the
Flying
other
above
side,
us.
flying above us, helicopters. This is great.
It's raining now.
Yay.
In the meantime, we realized that we put the tape incorrectly because there was a string here and the ants were able to bypass the tapes by climbing one place, then skipping through the string and continuing up.
Yeah.
So we had to correct that and we moved the string here. So now there's no chance they'll be able to climb up all the way.
So where are the tapes now?
So there is one here
Yeah.
and the other one is here.
Yeah.
And there are already some flies on it. That wasn't intended,
Yeah. It's
but
really quick.
oh well. And we put it on all the small trees that we planted last year. So we should be safe now, at least for some time.
Yeah. When we were buying this place, some people were like, it's too big. You are going to mow until hallelujah. Right? And we were like, please.
Yeah, but now we can see what they meant.
Yeah. We have 5 different lawnmowers by now. 2 of them are currently out of service.
Yeah. First we bought the electrical lawnmower a year ago, and that one is actually out of service, so we are waiting for it to be available again for us because we use it to mow the yard.
And our newest string, weed whacker, is starting to break down.
Yeah, there's a plastic piece that's falling apart very quickly.
Yeah, so shitty quality, not great. So we've been using a motor lawnmower here in our yard and in the garden, but it's quite heavy. So I've been fighting it, but I've successfully mowed our yard and it looks pretty now.
Yeah, again, for a short while.
Yeah.
Look up there. There's something around the sun.
Oh yeah, wow. It's called a halo.
Looks interesting, such a big circle.
Yeah, it's very big. Quite rare.
Then we have a regular gas weed whacker, but we don't feel like using it very often because when you just want to mow a little piece somewhere in the corner, you don't want to start it. It's an overkill.
Yeah, and it's quite heavy. And then our tractor or big riding lawnmower. So we use that regularly now because the field needs to be mowed.
Yeah.
But sometimes it can be quite nerve-wracking because if for some reason it broke down and we couldn't repair it quickly enough, the grass would be too tall and the tractor wouldn't be able to mow it anymore. So we would have to wait for winter for the grass to die or something and then start again next year, which we don't want, obviously. Honey, you are totally amazing.
It's 9:15 p.m.
It's dark outside, look guys, you can't see anything.
and I've just finished mowing the field.
OMG.
But it's done, at least the main part. So
Wow.
I'm happy about that because it was really hard.
I don't know what to say except you are absolutely great.
I wanted to have it done today because it's growing so fast, the grass.
Yeah, look how green you are. Here.
And in 1 week we can go again. Peter finished preparing all the cardboard boxes that we accumulated over the year or so.
Yeah.
Show us. We have a lot of them here. It looks like a lot of them, but we have a big field, so it will probably cover only a very small part, but we should still use them.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to do this part here because the workers that are next to us are not here now because they are on a lunch break. So we have to use the opportunity.
Yeah.
So we are going to do this part around our hazelnut trees, and then we'll move on onto another area.
Yeah, we want to place them in between the shrubs so that we wouldn't have to mow the grass there.
Yeah,
it will save us some time.
Yeah, because it's complicated to mow around the shrubs, and
Yeah, you need a weed whacker, you cannot get there with the usual lawnmower, it's a lot of work, so it will be helpful.
yeah. So this area, honey?
Yes, please. Peter will put the cardboard boxes on the grass, and we have a lot of mulch prepared from yesterday because I finished mowing the field, so we will put it on the boxes so they stay in place.
Mm-hmm.
You can open them, but you don't have to, like if you want to have 2 layers. Yeah, but this will cover a bigger part.
Like this?
Yeah, I will help you.
Just randomly.
Yeah, they can go over each other. Maybe we will use all of them just for this small part because it looks like you need a lot of them.
Yeah, of course. It always is like, oh my god, we have so many of everything, but then you use it on our property and it's gone in a second.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's very cold. It's like 12 degrees, which is very unusual for the middle of May.
It's end of May.
Okay, end of May, and it's not pleasant at all. But it looks like a bit of sun is coming, at least.
Finally.
It's a shame that the cardboard boxes aren't very big, you know, like whole big area. But this is better than nothing.
We buy small stuff.
Yeah, we should think big and buy enormous things.
We need to buy a big fridge or something.
Let's live here as well.
Wherever you want.
I want it everywhere. Because this method is really good. We already did it last year and it's totally working. The grass is not there, so that's nice. They are building a big barn next to us. That's why the workers are here constantly. but hopefully in a few months it will be done.
Or in a year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And looks like the workers are coming back, so time to move on and do some other part.
Yeah, just in time.
Yeah. They are building the barn here. You can see it here.
Yeah. The field is mowed again, so now for a few days it will look nice. But the grass is growing so quickly that we will have to mow it again in a week or so.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. This is the second area that we covered. Tommy is just laying down the last box. It's not very much. We did it like around 7 shrubs, right, honey?
Yeah, all the boxes that we accumulated over the year are here. But that's okay, it's just like a bonus layer that we wouldn't need anyway. We will need to keep mulching the place, but this will help us.
Yeah.
We covered this area around 7 or so shrubs out of 150 that we have on our property. So we will see the difference then after some time, because we will mulch. We will put mulch on these boxes, but we will also keep mulching the places with grass. So then we will be able to see if it made any difference.
Yeah, we'll see what's better. Hopefully this area with cardboard boxes.
It should, based on our experience.
Yeah.
It looks like we are putting a lot of mulch here. We might need most of it. We always feel like we have so much of it, but you really need huge amounts to cover the place you want.
Yeah, it's a precious commodity for us.
And it looks like it's a big layer, but it will settle down when it becomes hay, so we need to put a lot there.
Mm-hmm. It's getting warmer, yay!
Yeah, but this is taking too long, so we need to speed it up.
Mm-hmm. So let's go. And it's done.
Yeah,
Woo!
and I don't feel so cold anymore. I'm actually sweating.
Yeah, me too. So this should weaken the grass. It will still try to grow, right?
Yeah, it will.
But we are going to make its life harder.
Yeah.
And that's it for today's video.
We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, comment below and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet.
And see you guys next time.
Bye!
Bye!